from New Zealand to across the globe. I thank you once, I thank you twice, I thank you thrice. Welcome to my channel, I Fear the Tarot. I am Linda. Hello, hello, hello. Hi everybody, good morning, good evening, good afternoon to everybody who is watching. I thank you all for viewing my videos. If you really do like these videos, please click like, subscribe and press the notification bell if you want some more of these contents. I thank you all very, very much. So today I will be talking about one of my beautiful angel tarot cards, and these cards are made by Doreen and Radleigh Valentine, giving them a holla holla. So the reason why I am using this deck is because the cards send out beautiful positive energy, and the messages within these cards are very, very positive. In this video, I do hope that I spread awareness and inspiration to those who are trying to seek purpose in tarot, who are trying to find connections with tarot. So I am doing a video where I share my personal experience with each of these cards, and hopefully I connect with other people too. So let's get to it, shall we? The card that I will be talking about today is the Empress card. As you can see, the Major Arcana number 3. So an angel number 3 talks about growth, talks about nurturing yourself, talks about self-love, ambition, living life with optimistic and joyful energies. So the Empress talks about nurturing yourself. It talks about a birth. Most people connect the Empress with the birth of a child or with a conception of a child. Other readers connect the Empress with the rebirth of life, the rebirth of your self energy, the rebirth of your energy, the rebirth of a phase in your life. However, when I talk about the Empress card, I am definitely going to connect the Empress card with self-nurturing. So as we all know, that this card here talks about nurturing yourself, nurturing those around you, nurturing your children. As you can see, she is holding a baby. Is it going to focus? She is holding a baby, so nurturing your children, focusing on yourself, as well as focusing on others who are around you. So the event that I wanted to talk about today is a very sensitive one for me. 4 years ago, I weighed 130 kgs. So with all the depression that I was going through after childbirth, obviously I enjoyed food. Even before that, I was big. I had always been a big girl. My family, some members of my family used to mock me about being fat. Used to say, oh, I feel sorry for you because you're overweight, which really got to me and made me feel like I was a fat shit, pretty much. Didn't make me feel good. And I grew up as an adult bringing that sort of idea into my head as well, thinking no one's gonna love me, and that is partly the reason why I was also insecure about myself and my relationship and in my life, due to the fact that I was absolutely overweight. I was obese. It took me a very, very, very long time to stop thinking that way. I was so upset with myself, being 130 kgs and not being able to run around with your kid, not being able to do things, you know, not being able to be energetic when you are a teacher and you couldn't even sit on the floor. Like, I couldn't even sit on the floor. And then one day I was just so over it. I got so over it, I said this could not happen. I ended up talking to my partner because he knew how insecure I was, and he said to me, let's do it. So when I connect with this card, I connect to the fact that I needed to nurture myself, I needed to love myself, I needed to look after myself, and in order for me to do that, I had to literally find balance with my health. Because I was obese, and the doctor said that I was morbidly obese, I needed to work very, very, very hard. So I grew up eating sugar a lot. I grew up drinking fizzy drinks, and I drank fizzy drinks every single day. I'm not lying. That is probably why, well, that is exactly why I was big. Because my family drank fizzy drinks, so I got in the habit of drinking fizzy drinks also. And then I got in the habit of drinking fizzy drink alcohol, which made it worse. I was so over it. I had no energy. I slept all the time. I felt ugly. I looked ugly. I didn't like the way that I looked. I couldn't even go shopping for clothes without being disgusted in myself, and I would leave. I would actually walk into the shop getting ready to buy me some clothes. I would walk out with nothing because trying on the clothes in the dressing room for me was such a shameful thing for me. Either I couldn't fit them and they were a size 20, or which if most people know that if it's a size 20 and you can't fit the clothes, of course, what kind of mentality is that going to put me through? So I literally hated going shopping. I still do, because I still have those feelings. I just did not like going shopping. So I would walk out of the shopping mall with nothing. I walk in with nothing, I walk out with nothing, simply because I did not like the way that I looked in clothes. I didn't look good in them, and I'm just going to be honest. I was just very over it. My partner was so supportive when I said I want to stop being lazy. I wanted to stop eating junk food, which I ate chicken and chips every single day for lunch. And he said, yes, let's do it. So he decided to put us on a very strict diet, and for me, eating healthy was a way to nurture myself. Eating healthy was also a way to teach my son to eat healthy. You know, that's nurturing me and the people around me, and also the people around me nurturing me too, in the way that I felt as well. So that is also the Empress. I eventually got onto a very strict diet. I only ate 100 grams of chicken, and that was no fat chicken, so lean chicken, with 150 grams of broccoli. I ate that for breakfast, lunch and dinner for about 4 to 5 months. I think it was 4 to 5 months, maybe 6, but it was a very long time for me. I changed eating sugar to drinking water. So I no longer drank alcohol, and I no longer drank fizzy drinks. I ended up stopping all of that, and I just focused on drinking water. As the weeks went by, I realized that my weight was dropping off. So my weight was dropping off, and it was a rapid amount of weight that was dropping off. So a lot of people obviously thought that, you know, hey, you're on drugs, because we live in a world where everybody's on drugs now. But this drugs was class A drugs. So, and I promise you people, I have never, ever, 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 ever done class A drugs. I don't even like painkillers. So anyways, I ended up having all their weight drop off, because I was strict with just drinking water. I didn't even drink cup of teas with sugar. I just drank water, and I ate my 3 meals, which was the chicken and the broccoli, for good months. It was great. I absolutely loved it. And then I went from 130 kgs down to 100 kgs. So I dropped 30 kgs within that whole time. I said my energy shift. I could walk a very long way and I wouldn't get tired, which normally I would definitely get tired after the first 5 steps. I was able to walk around with my son. I was able to pick him up. I was able to do stuff with my partner. And of course I don't go shopping, and I still have that fear. However, I do need to release it. And that is the connection that I had with the Empress. Nurturing yourself, loving yourself more. When I seen the way that I looked, I felt so much better. I felt so energetic. I felt like my energy was so different. The vibe around me was so different, and I noticed that a lot of people were noticing me. The feeling of being free of restriction, and especially a body restriction. Of course, I fell pregnant 2 months ago, and I lost my baby, and it was very hard. It was very, very hard. During my pregnancy, I ended up gaining a lot of weight because my cravings were so overboard, as I would predict when I am pregnant. That was how I was with my son. My cravings were so overboard that I just ate. And just before we all went through isolation and the pandemic went worldwide, I miscarried a second time within a year. And because I gained so much weight, I am now going through some things because I'm starting to go through some things. So it's quite interesting that the Empress come out now, because this is the time where I need to actually start thinking about myself and nurturing myself again, especially when we're at home working and having to do nothing but sit and work. This card now for me is telling me to start nurturing myself again. I didn't realise that there's always another chance. So yes, so now I take the message as nurture myself now, love myself now, so that when it comes to the right time, then I can start seeing the light again. Not saying that I don't see the light, because I do. My life is still beautiful, apart from the unfortunate. And that is my event that I would like to talk to you about. That is my event. I am so happy that you are watching and viewing my videos. If you do like my videos, please press like, subscribe, and notification bell if you want some more of these contents. I do wish you all love, light, and blessings to everybody who are in isolation, and to everybody who are keeping themselves safe. Do not forget to be grateful for the angels. The angels are there to protect you. Archangel Michael is there to protect you. I am absolutely grateful for everything that they have done for me, and I bet that you would be too. So have a good day, have a good night, have a good morning, everybody. Bye.